And we are live, everybody.
And we are live.
All right, I got to post a link. I got to give people time to get in here. I haven't tried to look up YouTube
On the internet.
work yet. But while I'm doing that, let's do this because it is Monday night.
K-Pro Cow Pow Wow. K-Pro Cow Pow Wow Wow. It's a K-Pro Cow Pow Wow Wow. They want to find the treasure, they want to find it now. They are K-Pro and they are cow. They're going over it and over it and over it again. This treasure hunt created by Forrest Fenn. Sing it! K-Pro Cow Pow Wow. K-Pro Cow Pow Wow Wow. It's the K-Pro Cow Pow Wow. Marion and Indy are what they're like, although their real names are Christy and Mike. Can they pin down the treasure? They just might. Tune in to find out Monday nights. K-Pro Cow Pow Wow. K-Pro Cow Pow Wow Wow. It's the K-Pro Cow Pow Wow.
All right, everybody. I was shaking my head like, no, we can't find it, but we can because there's other treasures out there to find. Yeah, it might not be Forrest Fenn's big one, but there's other things to find. There's other rides in the amusement park. How you doing, K-Pro?
I'm good, but I do have to say, you can hit that breaking news button.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Yeah. There is an update in one of the cases. I just got emailed, or it's up on Thor as well. I will read it over as we're watching the clip. It looks like Forrest is going a little bit on. Well, Forrest has responded, so I will be looking at that. It's a motion to quash, a motion for protective order, motion.
You might be able to read it online. Is it public?
Yeah, it is. It's on the it's the Chicago one. It's Anderson versus Fenn 2.
Let's read it. You know I'm good at reading these.
Yeah, but we said we were going to do a clip. Let's start with a clip.
Oh, we're going to do the clip, everybody. So a couple of people reached out and was like, I can't find the clips. So what we did was it's confusing because part one's on Hit of Riches. I think part two's on Cowlazars and part three's on Hit of Riches. And now we're back on Cowlazars.
No, but that's not the issue. You did part one part two was Forrest. Oh, you did. Okay. Because then you did part one again, which was part one of Douglas.
They're together. They're in order. But tonight, we're still not going to be the end of it because after we finish Forrest Fenn's part, we still have the Douglas Preston and Forrest Fenn together interview to release. And we'll do that. You know what? Maybe I'll do that over Labor Day weekend while K-Pro's gone. Maybe I'll just show it. I'll just go live and show it. No commentary. I don't know. We'll see. But this isn't the Forrest Fenn Treasure Found. This is an interview from November of 2019, for those of you who don't know. There are too many rides. My head's going to explode. Toad.
Oh, there's a whole new ride. I haven't even told you. And he wants to come on the show and discuss it. And thank you to the searcher that sent it.
Put this closer. It's too low for some reason.
Okay. I will tell you why. Because today has been the craziest day. This is like the first minute I've been sitting down the entire day. It's been the craziest day ever. You know it. I know it. We sat in traffic. Not happy. That is why. And there's a new huge ride. No, it's not as big as Forrest Fenn's ride, but it's pretty damn big.
And some of us have AGK's book already, but don't tell anyone.
Don't
tell anybody. Some of us have seen the poem. Breaking news.
And some of us know a French professor that happened to make
we'll get into that. Toby's going to be on the show Thursday, everybody. So make sure you tune back in to the Cowlazars channel on Thursday. Hang on. I'm still trying to post this everywhere so everybody knows what's going on, so everybody can see the interview if they want to. All right. Give me a second.
Moving and shaking. Take the duct tape with you and let Mike sink this shit.
What was that? I heard duct tape. What?
Says take the duct tape with you and let Mike sink the ship because loose lips
Wow.
sink ships.
It's going down.
Oh, it's going down. Yeah, you guys are, and know that we're having fun on AGK, saying we already have it in our hand. We're just joking around. There's a few of us that are doing what we call smack talking, hate talking, having a little fun, little rivalry talk. This is like in sports. I don't follow sports, but when you have the big rivalries, and you smack talk. And as long as you can take it and throw it down, it's all good. So to the Nemos out there, to the Gregs, to the Minotaurs, oh, bring it, and yeah, okay,
Bring it.
bring it. Oh, and then of course, we'll give you an update on the grand adventures after we threw out like kitchen sink hints. There were hints thrown out like candy. You get, or like Oprah with cars. You get a hint, and you get a hint, and you get a hint. That's what we
right.
did. That's what we did. A French professor would really help. Actually, long way to tributary. That's exactly what I did. And I told Search Dad today, I said, that's not cheating.
Yeah, that's not cheating.
He's like, that's using resources. Now, people have asked me for it. I am not going to give it up. I actually haven't read the email. I emailed the professor.
Chat. We're not going to do it.
Nope, not going to do it. Not going to do it.
Chat's on in case you do have a question, but you're not going to get the poem. Not from us anyway.
And then there's Sam Searcher Sam. Sam Searcher Sam got me and Mike a workout today because we had to lift and carry all this stuff into the house. And we're going to show only some of that stuff because even though some of the boxes said heavy and I thought all of them were here, there's Sam Searcher Sam, Sam Searcher Sam and Tony and AGK are single-handedly making or triple-handedly making this such a fantastic event.
Cool.
It is going to be just awesome.
All right. So. Should we put this on a little place called the Hint of Riches? People still go here to talk Forrest Fenn, right? Is this the place to go to talk?
Oh my God. It is the place to go because I did not sign in for about a day and a half. I had 25 new users in a day and a half. Yeah. I said, good day, sir. He's now doing that all around the house, Redneck. Good that is becoming good day. He's having a really good time with that. So thank you all for being here. So what we're going to start off with is those of you, Mike already teed it up. Those of you, yeah, the font is very difficult to read, let alone translate. And there might be some aberrations, we might say, in there. Yeah, and Google Translate, boom, Sam Searcher Sam. All I'll say is if you put it in Google Translate and you give it to a French person, you might come up with a different set of words. Similar, but not the same, in my opinion.
What was that now?
If you put the poem, AGK's poem, in Google Translate.
Which Toby suggests you do word by word. I'm like, what? Word by word? Are you crazy? But for $10,000, like that's what we got to do. That's what we got to do.
Yeah.
10,000 value, whatever. Toby's going to be on the show Thursday. You guys can ask him yourself, and you can yell at him for making that poem in French. Now it's probably part of the story. I've read maybe the first 2 chapters. I have it on Kindle. Kindle got it last night at midnight. If you ordered the Kindle right now, you would have it in a matter.
And you know what? Okay, I'm going to do a little more breaking news. I got the okay from Toby today. We'll do this at the end of the show to show it today.
To show what?
On the show. The poem.
Oh, we're going to show AGK's poem. All right, awesome. More breaking news, everybody. Is that loud? It should be. It's breaking news. Okay.
Oh, and I have even more breaking news. Mr. Clue's in the room. Mr. Clue. Mr. Clue. God, I hope some things are right, Mr. Clue. I hope some things come together, Mr. Clue.
We're right there, but we're not. We haven't actually.
We're like
we're right on the edge, but we haven't jumped yet. You know what I'm talking about. Okay. All right. Anyway, we can't go into that just yet. Okay. Anyway, there's so many things going on. The Trekkon Amusement Park, the doors are wide open. Come on in, everybody. Millions around the world are watching. Millions are flooding the amusement park as we speak. And if you didn't know, for everybody who's purchased Vegas Die from us, whether it's a 1.0 or a 2.0 pre-order book, no, don't show it. Vegas Die private Zoom, when this Zoom is over, Vegas Die for the people who have ordered it for us. And we're going to read the first chapter of the new book. I don't have the books yet. They should be here this week. You can still order the book, especially if you want in the Zoom today. as soon as this show is over. Here's the PayPal account. Nope, that's not it. I will put it in the chat though. So anybody wants to order $30 shipped right to your door, treasure hunt in Las Vegas, Nevada. Who doesn't want an excuse to come to Las Vegas?
Okay,
That
so
drops September 15th. We're going to have it a little bit early. All right, go ahead.
So what are we going over tonight? We're going to do the Forrest Fenn clip from November last year in its entirety. We're not going to clip it. We're doing clips, meaning 15-minute segments. We're going to go over Forrest Fenn, which is the update. I haven't even read it. I'm going to read it as we're watching this.
And email it to me so I can read it as well, please. Is it on Thor?
Hintofriches.com. Goodness gracious. We're going to go Vegas Die, just a little bit AGK. We're going to show that poem. It's happening. And then we're going to discuss a little bit of the Yellowstone meetup, which is, you know, the epic event.
We actually, we do actually have some live audio from Forrest Fenn's response. It's kind of crazy. Somehow I got this.
Well, I didn't know they made 9th place ribbons.
I didn't know they made 9th place ribbons either, but that's what
she's gonna come after you.
Anyway, that was a little loud. I know. Anyway,
she's gonna curse you out yet again. She curses you out on a regular basis.
Hintofriches.com, everybody, is the forum to be at for the treasure hunting amusement park. If you didn't know. All right. I'm just gonna make a post, and all it's gonna say is "Good day, sir."
Ron Rego, does anyone ever wonder if Forrest buys any other treasure hunt books, not to search, but to see what they're all about? He talked about in our interview, Lost Dutchman. What did he talk about? Which one of the treasure hunts?
He said there's other, there's other things to find, like the Lost Dutchman. He said they've been looking for forever. So he's mentioned some of the treasured legends, not so much.
Well, and then he saw mine. And he said, because people were contacting him because it's that famous. And he said, why are you so mean to give this up or make this so hard or something like that?
And we just got another package of the UPS store. Sam,
oh my gosh, Sam.
We're show the stuff at the end. Tune in, stay in. She's there, right?
I know. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
It's gonna be so
Thank you so much for what you said.
Fine.
Okay. So under the Forrest Fenn hunt, this thing is under that same
Forrest Fenn hunt. Go to
not Anderson versus Fenn, take 2.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's the latest one.
Gotcha. Okay. All right, everybody. What else do we got to say before we jump into it? Now, remember, the first 3 part. Go ahead.
She sent 9th place trophies.
That's hilarious. That's what you should call them when you hand them out at the meetup. That's awesome.
And we're going to say they're 9th place. Please don't sue.
That's right, Julie. Everybody, please don't. Everybody, you may be there. You may be able to talk to her yourself. Thumbs up, everybody.
She's coming to World Series of Fenn. She couldn't make it here. That's why.
Oh, I'm not talking about her. I'm talking about somebody else.
No.
Thumbs up the video, everybody. Super chat's on. If you just have to have a question answered by K-Pro or myself, if we can, we will. Not going to be about the grand adventure. Don't think you can get hints out that way. Just bring mine.
I have some super secret hints about the finale, and I'm not supposed to tell them.
Well, don't tell them that. Good country, Carrie. Congrats on the weight loss. That's awesome. I need to learn how to do that for sure. Okay, we have 3 parts. Like months ago, we did 3 parts. You guys know the interview we did with Forrest Fenn and Douglas Preston, November of last year. It's interesting to see it now in this light. I did not send the link to Forrest. Let me do that. I know he's pissed. No, just kidding. Let me send it to him in case
he loves us. He loves fun. He loves good people.
Yeah. Okay. So those clips are out there, and we used to show little snippets. We cut it up, showed little quotes, but now we're showing the whole thing raw, not edited. We've shown the first 3, which is like the first 45 minutes. We have the very last 17 minutes to show of the interview we did with Forrest Fenn. At a future show, we have the Forrest Fenn and Douglas Preston together, but for tonight, we're just doing the 17 minutes or so.
Well, and I'm going to stop a couple of you because I always know, and you guys know who you are. There's 2 of you that will always email me after any of these clips or do a video or whatever, or go up on Facebook. If I would have had that, I would have the treasure chest in my hand. I can't believe they kept it. You're wrong. Let it go, you dorks. But go ahead.
All right, we ready? Let's jump right into the clip. Breaking news, everybody. Unedited clip. This is the rest of it. Let me give me a minute to actually find where we need to go.
Carrie, congratulations on the weight loss, but I don't know what to say about the end of that sentence.
I saw that. That is pretty funny.
So tell us.
Hang on, everybody. So we're going to go to right where we left off last time because I'm a master. I know right where it was. Okay, here we go, guys. This is like 18 minutes of Forrest Fenn, raw and uncut.
Boom.
You're welcome.
Why do you engage with searchers? You gave a couple of good examples. You're hearing some aspiring stories.
Why do I engage with them?
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing I have left.
So-
Tell me not in mournful numbers, life is but an empty dream. For the soul is dead that slumbers, and things are never what they seem. I see myself as an interested observer at this point, a bystander.
So the community is dubbed a lead searcher. Do you believe there's a lead searcher?
Define that term. What is a lead searcher?
The searcher closest to the treasure chest?
How in the world would you know that you were the closest? If you know that you're the closest, why don't you get the treasure chest and go home? As far as I'm concerned, there's no such thing as a lead searcher. And I don't know where that phrase originated, but
And so many are confident that they have it found or they're right there. Does that surprise you? And it's such an interesting phenomenon, I find.
that's who we are as a people. Hundreds of thousands of people have figured out exactly where the treasure is. They know it's there, but they go there and it isn't there. So one of two things have happened. Either somebody's already found it and they're mad, or the whole thing's a hoax. And they write me and tell me that they're mad at me or the other person that found it. But the funny thing is they're all still out there looking. It may be a hoax, but if it's a hoax, why don't you quit looking for it?
So Douglas has been quoted in saying that there's hints in Once Upon a While. Is that true? And what hints are there in Once Upon a While?
Did you put an S on the end of that word?
Which word?
Did you say hint or hints? Anyway, I'm not going to go there.
Whichever one you would like it to be. You have said, give the poem to a child. Why?
A child has a fresh mind. And a lot of people overcook the point. I mean, they're looking so far in the future, they're overlooking something that's right in front of them. And I believe that's true. I've said, get out of the box in your thinking. And then 6 months later, I said, get back in the box. But everybody has their own gig and they have their own ideas. And so many of them, hundreds and hundreds of them have sent me an email. Mr. Fenn, we didn't find your treasure, but I want you to know that we had the best time of our life and that sort of thing. I mean, people are taking their whole families out. And I've had 9 emails from I think all of them were men that tell me that they were getting ready to kill themselves when they found out about the treasure. Now they're out looking for the treasure and they forgot to kill themselves. They're going to go look for the treasure instead. So there have been some tragedies, but there's a lot of good things going on with it also.
So what recommendations do you give someone? You've said a famous quote about canasta. If you're, don't be overconfident, make sure you complete the solve before you go out.
My quote is, if you don't know where worm waters halt, go home and play canasta.
So how exact of a location can you get before you actually physically get out there? What recommendation would you give to searchers?
Ask that question again. I'm listening to each word you say.
What recommendation would you give to searchers on how exact of a location should they have solved the poem before they go out boots on the ground?
I don't want to talk about that.
Okay. If you had not gotten cancer, do you think you would have hidden a treasure chest?
I don't know how to answer. I mean, I'm trying to be honest. I could say something, but I don't know that it's true, so I'm not going to say it.
Okay.
I may never have thought of it.
So if Eric Sloan were alive today, would you have told him where the location of the treasure is?
I wouldn't tell my mother, and that means I wouldn't tell anybody else.
Okay.
No, nobody, there's nothing in my computer, it's never been written down. The only place is right here in my head, and I'm gonna take that to my grave. I will never tell anybody where that treasure chest is.
What do you believe will happen to the search when you pass away?
Well, it'll continue until somebody finds it. I mean, they're still looking for the lost Dutchman mine down out of Mesa, Arizona. I mean, that's been going on for, 50 years or more. It'll continue until something ends it.
Well, and one thing you do on a pretty consistent basis is confirm whether the treasure is still out there. We won't have that confirmation. It seems.
There are some problems that come with this treasure hunt.
Okay.
No, that's not true. There's a way to know, but I'm not going to tell you what it is.
What is the one thing all searchers are missing? You said there's one thing.
I don't. It's important to the story, but I'm not going to tell you what it is. The person I'm saving that for the person that finds the treasure.
Okay.
But it's significant, I think.
You said the starting location is important. Where do we start? Is it in your driveway?
Say that again.
The starting location is important, you have said. Where do we start this poem? Is it in your driveway?
You start the chase by getting in your car and going to the first clue. That's what starts it. If you don't know where warm waters halt, you don't know anything.
How do you expect the chase to evolve in the next couple of years?
I expect it to if nobody finds it, it's going to evolve and gravitate the same way it has the last couple of years. I don't see anything changing.
Looking back, would you have done anything different in this chase now going into year 10?
You know, I've been so lucky. There are 6 or 8 major events that had to work for me in order for this thing to come about like it has. First of all, the poem had to be the way it is, and for that thing to come together like it did, with the amount of mystery that's in it, is unlikely. I think I spent a lot of time thinking about it, but I think I was lucky too. But then when I went to hide the treasure, I was lucky that nobody was around there, nobody anyplace. And there are several other things that make me think I had some help to put this whole thing together. It started with Ralph Lauren. I give him credit for giving me the idea.
Is there one thing that nobody knows that you would like to share with searchers?
If I told you that, you'd have it all over town. I know your type.
Would you do this treasure hunt all over again, knowing what you know now?
No. Because 4 people have lost their lives because of it. And those are tragic, but certainly I've got to say I would not do it again. And I don't know anybody that would do it.
Now, you have said on several occasions you're stepping back from the treasure hunt, kind of taking a break or a moment from all of the emails and everything that you have out there. You've re-engaged recently with many scrapbooks and press, etc.
Well, I'm about to run out of things to think about. And I ran out of new words a long time ago. I mean, I've made every book I've written, I've made up words in it, and I've said, I've made some horrible corruption of the words that I have used. For instance, in the Thrill of the Chase, I talked about courting my wife. I said everybody knew that she was too good for me, but tenacity was never one of my shortcomings. I mean, that's a terrible, I mean, I get letters from English teachers that just, but one thing that goes over the heads of people that are so seriously in this thing is that this is a fun thing that I did. Everything about it was fun for me. The mystery of it, the fun of doing it, the fun of collecting the objects, the fun of writing the poem, writing the books. I mean, every day is a circus for me.
So what is the one thing that surprised you the most in this treasure hunt?
What surprised me the most, and I'm absolutely startled about it, is that there's so many crazy people out there. And I use the word as a noun, not as an adjective. Certifiably crazy. The emails I get, I mean, I've dialed 911 3 times. I had a searcher wrestling with a police officer out in my driveway on the ground wrestling. The guy knocked the door to get in my property, and then he took an axe and knocked my grandson's glass door in, and he went in and drank a beer and helped themselves. And then when we came home, I had a tooth pulled. We drove in. He's hauling a big wooden chest out of my grandson's house, and it was full of linens. It was full of towels. And he had to figure that that's the treasure, because it's a treasure chest and it was on my property. Let me say again categorically, the treasure is hidden at least 8.25 miles north of Santa Fe. That doesn't mean in the city limits of Santa Fe. Doesn't mean it's San Lazaro Pueblo. It doesn't mean on my property. It means north of Santa Fe.
So you're still collecting. It seems from some recent scrapbooks, you have some pretty beautiful dolls and beautiful things.
I started de-accessioning 10 years ago, but when I see something, if it's old and really neat and I like it, well, there's still a collector gene in my carcass someplace.
What is next for you?
Well, I'm working on a project that I'm not ready to announce, but I will in the not too distant future. But Dal Neitzel said on one in his blog 10 days or 2 weeks ago, asking people to stop emailing me. And that seems to be working. I've gone from 140 emails down to about 60. But I'll get 10 emails from one person in one day. And I send him an email and I'll say, enough, please give me a break. Well, one of two things happen. He writes back and apologizes, says I won't come back again. Or he sends me 100 a day. It makes him mad. And so, you know, I think there's a wonderful treasure out there. And it's something that most people would like to have. And if you have the opportunity, but you're denied getting it, I can understand that people would get mad, and it's my fault. Everything ultimately stops with me. When I had my gallery, I had a sign on my desk that says, rule number 1, the boss is always right. Rule number 2, when the boss is wrong, see rule number 1.
What one thing would you like to say to searchers that you have not said? That's the last question for you, Forrest.
The most important thing is safety. Protect yourself, protect your family. Finding the treasure is not nearly as important as you're keeping yourself well. And I mean, there's a gal up in searching around Heppigan Lake right now. She has a terrible cold. She's been in the hospital in Idaho Falls, and she's out there. I mean, the temperature last week was 1 degree. She's out there, and I commented on Dow's blog, you know, let's shut down Montana, Wyoming, northern Colorado, but they don't care.
Anything else?
Probably, but I can't think of them.
You have been very generous, both of you, with your time.
Can I ask one question, Forrest? Just
What?
one? Can I ask one question?
Yeah,
Do you still believe there's a word that is key that searchers should focus on?
yes.
And is that word in the
Well,
poem?
you said one question.
Then you ask it, Christie. Is that word in the poem?
May I ask a
I'm so far
question?
ahead of these guys.
Yes, Cynthia wanted to ask something. May I ask a question? Is that word in the poem?
Now, that was 2 questions. You asked if you could ask a question, was the question.
And you thought I was bad.
I take you literally. What's your question?
Is the key word in the poem?
Well, that's what he asked me.
No, he asked you if there is one, and you said yes. My question is it in the poem?
There's one word that will help you more than some of the others
In the poem.
in the poem.
Yes.
All right. Thank you, Forrest. That's pretty big for searchers.
But you gotta have all of them. One is not gonna take you there.
Yeah.
Well, I've been asked 100 times, which is the most important clue in the poem? It's so obvious to me, the most important clue is the last one, because you're holding the treasure. How could you say any of the other clues are more important than that one? I'm a maverick, aren't I?
You're a rascal. That's what I call you.
A what?
A rascal. It's like, I know you're trying to say something. I'm just not smart enough to know.
I feel like that's a compliment.
Always, always. So can we get you both together on the?
On the couch?
We need someone there.
Okay, Mike. You're on mute, babe.
All right, everybody, that is the end of the Forrest Fenn interview that we did in November of last year. Again, thank you to Forrest Fenn and Douglas Preston for letting us do that. Yeah, we didn't really think the treasure was going to be found this year, but it was. And a couple interesting things in there about the eventual finder, right? I mean, could it be that because we got him to admit the word that's key is in the poem, that's why the shy guy for back east figured it out and found it? It's possible.
Oh, totally.
But
Send
so
me
let's try the
frog,
wheel.
baby.
Try the wheel still in play.
Send me the frog.
But anyway, there it is. Remember, we still have the Forrest Fenn and Douglas Preston interview together. We'll do that at a later date. But all 4 parts of the interview is out now. It's out there. If you put in exactly what I have in this subject line, but put part 1, 2, or 3, they'll come up and you can watch them.
Nice.
So
So I think we're going to have, somebody's going to ask this. So I'm going to say, how many more parts do you think they're going to be? I think there's going to be 1 or 2 more. The next and final part is Forrest and Douglas together. I don't know how long that is, but I think it's over 10 or 15 minutes. So it's going to be 2
it's
different
like
parts.
30 or 40 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, so there'll probably be at least 2. So there's going to be 6 parts to this altogether. And I did have someone ask me, you know who you are, about the documentary, and things are taking interesting turns. Things are developing so quickly that this could definitely take different turns. I do think it's interesting, the people that are asking about the documentary. I'm not sure if that's what your focus is getting publicity, but it seems like it might be. So there it has. There you have it.
Okay. So that's that. Do we want to talk about the update to the lawsuit? What do you think?
It is 12 pages. It is pretty significant. I can tell you that's what I read when the clip was showing. Basically, I'm going to summarize, and you can go to Hint of Riches and see it. It is a 12-page response by Forrest attorney. This is related to the Chicago lawsuit that basically has 3 parts to it. It says, 1, they would like the court to consider whether Anderson has jurisdiction before discovery starts. And because it was found in Wyoming, I believe this is why, this again, I'm a layman, so I'm kind of giving a reporter's view rather than like a lawyer view. Whether New Mexico would even prevail. That's the first. The second is a motion to quash based on there's some um, references to the finder being at risk, and it actually points to a YouTube um, video that was pretty threatening and to Forrest. So Forrest is saying, if this is what I get, can you only imagine what the finder is going to get? And so there is a request for a separate in-person meeting or on-camera meeting where basically it sounds like Barbara goes in and says, this is my solve and all the parts to my solve. And then Forrest and or the finder goes in separately. Barbara's not allowed in, and they go over what the actual information is, and the judge gets to review that. And the judge says, how, I think what their position is how can the judge, after seeing both, not Barbara getting all the information of the finder, which could put the finder at risk, especially with threats, cursing, I mean, things that have happened in the past. So they want it separate, and then the judge seal it and say, if there is an overlap, then they can determine whether this should go forward. But it's interesting because Forrest is basically saying, or Forrest attorney is saying, let's bring this to the judge, and we think we could squash this before we even hit discovery, because Barbara will go in and say, here was my solve. I think by a few of her videos, she didn't really have some things figured out. Maybe she would say that, or maybe she wouldn't, but here was my final location. Then the finder or Forrest would go in and say, judge, this was the final location, and this is why it's two totally different states. And then the judge would throw it out. That's what I think they're requesting. But it is interesting. It says Forrest and or the finder.
Well, a couple things. In the interview we just watched, Forrest said, I will take it to my grave, the location. He's not
Right.
going to give the finder or the location to anybody for any reason, in my opinion. And you got to commend him for that. That's what he said he was always going to do. Now, I still want to know the solution, but that's a separate point. I still may think he
Well,
deserves to give us a solution. That's a separate point. He said he's not going to give up the finder or the location. And I don't think he's going
well,
to.
I think right now he's not saying he's not going to. He's not saying I'm going to break the law and go against this subpoena. He's saying,
That's
judge,
not what was argued.
when she filed this, it wasn't out that it was in a totally different state. Can you hear, before we have the subpoena move forward, can you hear why she has no basis? She has people stalking her, but there's a lot of history there. There's a lot of stuff we know. There's a lot of there's safety concerns for the finder. He put in some references to things that have happened to his home. They're basically saying, can you hear this a little bit before we move this forward? So I think at the time of November 19, he never thought that maybe a judge, this is a nuance. She's not saying, like the Arizona one, I came in second place, I won a prize. She's saying someone hacked me,
Right.
which is illegal. And if somebody hacks, there's a different nuance. And basically, I think Fenn's position through this document is, it was in a completely different state. She was there on June 5th. The finder was up in Wyoming on June 5th. She has a filing against someone that is not the finder. And so why am I giving up the finder's information? So.
In my opinion, what matters is where she got hacked at. That's the jurisdiction where the crime occurred. And I don't know where she lived whenever any of that happened, but
Nope.
I scanned through it as well, skimmed through it. And I think it's interesting for us to say, and she should have to come on camera, meaning a Zoom that his lawyer and him could probably view, and give, why is the jurisdiction correct? Why is it allowed to proceed in New Mexico? You don't get to know who the finder is first, and then the judge can rule. You've got to prove that this case can move forward before anything should be done.
Yeah.
So, and
well,
then,
you know what I find really interesting?
Camera. Yeah.
So she did a couple of videos on one YouTube, and then she started her own YouTube and started working through all of her solve. So the one YouTube channel still has stuff up, but all of her stuff about her solve, it's all been deleted as of this morning. So I have a feeling she got maybe this hearing, and if you think that people have not pulled that down, including Forrest attorney, I would think that people have that. But that's where she said things like, I didn't have this part worked out, or I didn't have that part. Well, if you didn't have parts worked out, how are you saying you had the right solve if you didn't even have parts of it? So I think that'll even be more informational. I don't know how these, if it's a separate set of hearings. I don't understand it. I find it fascinating. I don't understand it totally, but I think, like most attorneys, from what I understand, is you keep quiet during an interview or during a lawsuit. This is a great reason why. She had it up in the public for at least days or weeks, and now she's erased it all like it's gone. Nothing's gone. So, ooh, ouch. This is maybe lawyer 101. I've always heard it, and I'm not even a lawyer. Like, and she said, I'm not under a gag order. I'm allowed to say what I want. I'm allowed to talk about banana suits and loving Forrest and all this. Yeah, you are. It just might hurt your case. If your case is at the priority, yeah.
Well, Steve Wayne says she has the dude's phone number. I don't know why the judge can't just ask Forrest if that person is the finder, because that would be Forrest identifying the finder. He's not going to do that, in my opinion. He's not going to say yes or no. He doesn't want to answer that question. But I think his lawyer is trying to say, forget about who the finder is. You don't even proved you have jurisdiction to file it in New Mexico.
Right, but this is where you're compromising with somebody that may not. It would never end then, because she's already said, if I get the finder information and that person isn't hired by Forrest, how do we know there's not 2 treasure chests? And it's like, then when does this end? When you respond to somebody and say it's not the person? Oh, did you hire them? If you do present a finder, did you hire them? Oh, is there 2 treasure chests then? Is there 3 treasure chests? Is there 19 treasure chests? Is there, it's never ending, I think. And so that's where you just lock it down. And that's where I think it seems, and I'm only going from the direct videos I saw, that there's birthday presents she's trying to present to them, but she's holding off until this is over. There's something that doesn't seem to align. Even I think the people that don't particularly like Forrest right now, they recently said in a video, how can you sue someone and say you love them? Come on. And I was like, yeah, when your buddies are even saying that, it doesn't seem to match from a line of thinking. Suing someone and loving them and sending them birthday presents all at the same time.
All right, enough of that. So I showed hintofriches.com, the link in the chat. You guys can go to the Forrest Fenn part of the forum, look up the Anderson versus Fenn, and at the very end, you'll see the link if you want to read it yourself. And Sam Searcher Sam says, good day, ma'am. Good day.
Good day.
So that's a nice segue over to Sam Searcher Sam. She sent so many things for the Yellowstone meetup. She sent something for me. She sent some coffee, which I really appreciate. She sent something for the kids, which was the Jenga thing. And everything on the table right here is her stuff and Tony Henman's necklaces. So I could go over there and show it. I just don't know if you want to do that or not.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you should show some things, but I don't know if you can bring it over. But here's something I need you guys to know that I didn't know. And I know there's a lot of people like this. I don't drink coffee. Do you know that there's some people that you really shouldn't talk to in the morning until they have coffee?
Where are we going with this?
I'm just saying, Sam Searcher Sam, thank you. That's all I want to say. When there was a time that there wasn't coffee available places, or there was like dark roast or this or that, there's a particular kind of coffee. I'm not exactly sure how Sam Searcher Sam knew the exact brand that is sitting on their shelf, getting rather low.
I probably
said it, but Sam Searcher Sam, you're kind of awesome.
We need some milk.
Okay. All right. Yeah, and I will go over there and show some of the things. The Tony Henman necklaces are spectacular as always. But I also want to show something. Another searcher, Roxanne, sent something for Chris and Eric because Eric had a birthday back in July. Let me see if I can get this right.
Andy says, that's me. No talkie until coffee. Yeah,
right.
that's exactly. And so, and I appreciate those people. I just didn't know those people before recently.
Big thank you to Roxanne. We do appreciate it. So this is Chris saying, this is mine. And Eric going, well, wait a minute. What do you mean that's yours? What is that? He didn't even know what it was yet. So that was the one picture. And here they are being silly. She sent a thing where it's like a dinosaur and you crack it out. So here's Eric being a little crazy. And then here's Chris. So, yeah, thank you for those two, Roxanne. We do appreciate it. Anything you guys want to send, whether it's for the Yellowstone meetup, whether it's for the World Series of Fenn in January, or whether it's for me and K-Pro or any of our children's, or even if it's for this cat right here, anything you guys want to send, the UPS store that all of us now share and use is going to be in the description down below. It's not going to be there right now because I still haven't figured out the new YouTube, but it will be down there. All our old videos, the UPS store is there. So you guys can send it, and we appreciate anything you send.
Oh, maybe we need to do one on all the animals, because I used to have animals. They're destroyed now. They're destroyed now.
I'm just have to watch that master class and train them. All right, you talk to them. Let me show some of these
Okay.
things.
So let me talk a little bit about Yellowstone. Yellowstone is going to be a blast. It's starting on Friday, and the big event is on Saturday. There has been some discussion that whether it's going to be canceled because of the fires. The answer is no. There are routes around if we can't get to wherever. Okay, there's the coffee. There's the coffee. Okay, thumbs up for the thumbs up for coffee, because coffee matters. Here is a game. If you guys know Jenga, it's a huge Jenga, and that's for the kiddos. There's a thank you in there. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's amazing. And then okay, and we need to clarify this one, Sam Searcher Sam. These are for the drawing, or are these for poker games to play? Because I need to pack accordingly. So those are two of the and so you guys saw this picture earlier. Let's see. Now this is interesting. This wasn't on the list you sent me, but this is a set of canasta with cards, a book, all of that good stuff. Here is, hold on one second. Let me show you what we arrived to at the UPS store today. Oh yeah, and then she said something for Cynthia and I, and yeah. No comment. Okay. Yeah, Mike's like, you're not gonna drink a lot. I'm like, I'm not gonna drink any less. Yeah. Okay, here's some more cool stuff. Okay, that's the secret. So, and then that is a men grooming kit, a beard grooming kit, which I think is going to be fabulous. Mike said it. Oh yes, I have eyelashes coming. That's going to be interesting in itself. Okay, everyone, I'm calling Bullwinkle's Friday night and matching Forrest drink. Oh my gosh, did you see what Zapster? Okay, hold on. Oh, those are the 9th place trophies, and you can put drinks in it. Oh, Zapster, that's amazing. I'm calling into Bullwinkle's Friday night and matching Forrest drink deal. Wow, that's amazing. Okay, Zapster. Okay, what else did he bring? Did I miss anything as he's going? Yeah, coin sets, 1982, and I think 2000. There's 2 sets of each, so there's 4 different sets of like mint coins kind of thing. Do you have spinning lip balm I am bringing to give away? Do you have spinning lip balm? Denise, I don't know what that means. Okay, look at this. This is cool. So Tony Henman sent, it's around 40. There was 2 different sets. These are the types. You guys know Tony. Love Tony. Yes, Josh, it is true. She's going to try to doll me up as cute as she is, and it's not possible, but I think it's going to be awesome. Zapster, I'll let them know. That's amazing. That is amazing. So, oh, I think we're... Yeah, there's about 40 of those necklaces. And so I need fake lashes. I tried once. I took a picture and it went terribly wrong. I used black. I was trying to be Candy and I can't be. Okay. So that's a backpack and then a survival kit and then something that's broken now. Survival kit. And then I don't know what that one is, but it's in a Ziploc, so I'm going to be able to look into it. I sent charm pops. Oh, okay. I didn't know this. Okay, so right when we get back to Mike's place, there is you have more items down at this. They had so many items, they were still getting through them. So what we're going to do is at the main event, that's the only place that we're going to be able to have everybody there. We think there's about 75 people. Everybody that comes, ooh, I've got to do this tomorrow, Mike. I've got to get the raffle tickets.
And thank you to Sam Searcher Sam. I didn't mean to cut you off. But what are we doing, K-Pro? And what do you potentially could bring if anybody's interested?
Oh, okay. So we are donating a couple of Searcher coins. GTC is going to do.
We're donating GTC to whoever wants them.
Yes. We are donating some poker chips. We are donating, we're bringing a TTOTC. We'd like everybody to sign it. It's going to be raffled off as one of the items in the event. And Mike has convinced me, I haven't told Cynthia how many yet. I'm bringing a lot of Chaseopolis, and they're going to be, Mike said it, so I guess we have to hold to it. It's going to be $20.
$20. You're not. That cost less than what we had to make them, I think. But it's a fire sale. $20, everybody. We actually paid more to have them made than the $20, but that's fine. This is the finale. This is the farewell. This is your last chance. So give K-Pro $20, of which I get 16 and she gets 4. And then
I don't know if that money's coming back.
You
I'm
too.
gonna be playing poker.
Anyway, yeah. Anybody who wants one, they'll be there. Make sure you get with K-Pro. Email me because I'll make sure she finds you. So email me or email K-Pro and say I'm getting one. Maybe you want 10. Maybe you want to take them back home.
We're gonna donate
Sell them
one.
yourself. I don't know. Put them on eBay. Do something with it.
And
Give the-
AGK has a bunch of
Christmas is coming.
items.
Christmas is coming up.
Yeah. So I'll have some with me. I don't know how many until Cynthia tells me to stop. We're filling her truck up probably tomorrow. What else do we have? So we have the TTOTC. We have a couple of items that we had off of what we call our treasure hunting bookshelf. Ooh, this is what I wanted to tell you guys.
Yeah, this is big. Take it away, K-Pro.
So last year I bought a set of items. I called it the Forrest Fenn collection.
Can I go show it? Can I go get it?
Yeah, you can show BIP. You can show a couple of the things. Yeah. So at the time I had a lot of offers. I have currently had a lot of offers. I am willing to, and I went through all of them at the time. You guys could find them on Hint of Riches. Go right a little bit, Mike, those black book. Yeah, right there. And then there's the BIP book that's a little bit to the left. Anyway, okay. Something might have broken. So I am willing to take some individual items up if there are potential buyers. I have been asked about the whole lot. There's some things that I want for some certain reasons. I don't think I'll sell the entire lot, but there are a few items that I would be willing to part with, maybe. And so they have magnetic lashes. I've heard about that, Sam Searcher Sam. I'm just leaving this up to, it's funny because the eyelashes thing is getting its own thing. So yeah, I'm going to put that in Indy's hand. Indy is the expert. I am willing to bring a few of the items. If you're interested, I want you to email me at kpro3@aol.com. If you know that collection, there's a few of you that have been really, really interested and have emailed me probably every month since I've gotten it. I am potentially in the next 2 days. Can I catalog the items? I have the catalog somewhere. I need to find the catalog. I can, but time is going to be super, super short. No, it's the ones on the very right next to the, hold on guys. Yeah. I thought they were those. Yeah. Oh, he said I was right. Everybody, a man that tells you when you're right. How much would you pay for the frog? Tony Rusi, there are several frogs in the treasure chest. And for the person that says they're bringing the treasure chest, we get this at every event. I hope you're right. So you said you're traveling back east. How much would you pay for the frog? It depends on which one. But I would pay a lot. I want one of the frogs from there.
Uli says, I have no idea what the stash is. K-Pro, and if anybody's interested, email because I'll talk to her into selling it. K-Pro, she may not sell this. She's just wondering what the interest is. But if you guys remember a scrapbook about a Mabel, was it?
Yep.
This is the original book, everybody. This is the original book that has Forrest Fenn's phone number in it. Is that right?
Yeah, and he'd actually penciled in some things in some of the versions of that book.
So this is all hand drawn. This is the original book. And Forrest, if you're watching, if you could email K-Pro, I don't know, tell her something about this book. These are all illustrations. I just
have a ton of stuff.
I don't know. I don't know have the details on this book. I just know this stuff's handwritten and it's pretty cool. But the book itself Amazing Mabel, sketches by Mabel Luhan, published by One Horse Land and Cattle Company, Santa Fe, New Mexico. Amazing Mabel by Charmaine Allred. I think you guys might know the name Charmaine Allred.
Yeah.
There it is. She signed it. The book, this is number 185. This private edition is limited to 250 copies. This is number 185. And it was
See,
published.
Holly has number
1996.
16.
Yeah, pretty cool. But that's awesome. But she doesn't just have one, she has three, everybody. She has three of these.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
these, and there's a personalized note right there from Forrest to a couple. Again, the handwriting. But anyway, there's three of these if you're interested in one of those. But this is the really cool part. This book right here, I don't even know what the book's about. It's called The Flamboyant Judge by James D. Hamlin, the story of Amarillo and the development of the great ranches of the Texas Panhandle. But what's really cool about this book is the illustrations. There are a lot of handwritten illustrations in here, including by, if I can find it, I don't know some of the names, but some of them I do. There's one in here by Miss Glenna Goodacre. This is Forrest Fenn's insignia. So this thing is almost like a yearbook. They were all friends back then. Yeah, you guys have probably heard about the book. I don't know everything about it. It's from 19.
And then there's BIP. There was only 16 of
The
BIP.
original BIP is over there on the shelf. I just don't know which one it is.
And I have every one of the printings of TTOTC.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
There it
and
is.
I'll
There it
try to get a catalog to get there. Yeah.
That's the
Talk
hand
about
drawn
amazing.
to Virginia.
Hand drawing.
In a Goodacre.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just a lot of illustrations in here. It's really some cool stuff. So if anybody wants that piece of history, and somebody said this is in fact the first doodle that Forrest Fenn ever drew in this book. I don't know if that's true, but I do know this is a very old book, and right there's a doodle. So yeah, if anybody's interested, this is the the Thrill of the Chase finale or the farewell, and pretty cool piece.
But I won't do anything publicly. It'll be private. It will, et cetera, et cetera. So
maybe Forrest wants them back. I don't know. I'm sure he'll email you if he does.
He's not going to be at the finale. This is not what we're talking
I know,
about.
but if he wants them back, something tells me you won't sell them if he wants them back. But I don't know. That's between you and Forrest. My name's Paul. That's between y'all. I'm just showing you what's here on the treasure hunting bookshelf,
between y'all,
which I would be very happy to keep. But that's up to K-Pro. So yeah, there it is. And the original BIP is pretty cool too.
Yeah. Okay. So enough of that. Okay, we did the clip. We did the Chicago lawsuit update, which is just getting fascinating to me. We did the Yellowstone. So just know that will be happening Saturday night. We're going to Bullwinkle's. It looks like the first round's on Forrest and the second round's on Zapster. That's amazing. And then by Sunday, there's a brunch or breakfast Sunday morning. Tony, I have read parts of Rumblings and Ramblings. I have not read all of it. It just felt too personal. I don't know.
Somebody emailed me recently and said, "Can you send it to me? I don't want to register on Thor. I can't. Thor is the only link or whatever where it is that I know of, and I'm not going to download it. It's there on Thor for anybody who wants to find it." Nemo says, I emailed Forrest and asked why his signature was in Mabel's 1939 address book, and he replied, "Because I put it there." And that is one of these books, right?
And if you look at it, you can actually put it up to the light. And I believe some of it was penciled in after, which is its own little fascinating.
Wish I knew where to look on which one of these.
Remember when the person that sold it to us showed us the page? And
we have the video. Actually, the person we bought the collection from, we have a private video where they went over each piece. So I don't know.
Yeah. I have every single gallery catalog of Forrest Fenn's, every single one of them.
Yeah, it's even more stuff than that. There's a chip from the dude or from Bullwinkle's.
Yeah.
A poker chip. There's one of the menus from the Dude Ranch. I mean, there's a lot of stuff. So if anybody's interested in the Forrest Fenn personal stuff from back then, just let K-Pro know. Yeah, it's on the insert. I just don't know which one, Nemo. I'd show it if I could find it, but there's a whole bunch of. I'm just not sure where it is.
So
I'd go get the BIP book because I think that's pretty cool. Also,
Aaron says, "I'm curious what the prize for your big hunt will be. Anything to? Oh, the big hunt. No, don't you say, even if you know."
Never mind. Yeah, I
God,
no.
I'd kill you. I'd
We're
kill you.
gotta cut this live stream, everybody. It's crazy. You never know what I might talk K-Pro into. Okay. Huh? What? Who said what to who?
Chasing Indy said, my dog just ate one of my lashes. Oh my gosh. Oh no. That's
No
just
comment. I could
that's just
so
funny
many
to me.
comments. No
I'm
comment.
sorry.
Tab D. Oh shit. Tab D.
Honey.
Just knock something over here, but the books are safe.
And then cursed.
D. I don't know.
Okay. So let's go to AGK. Do we want to share AGK? Share what we got?
Oh, that's right, everybody. You mean share what I downloaded the other day?
Yeah.
Okay.
The other
Let me
day,
find
yesterday.
it. Yeah. Well, yeah, last night at midnight. Guess what, everybody? The book is out. AGK's Treasure Hunt.
So
book is
some
out.
of you guys have been confused. If you bought the ebook, you got the ebook last night or at 12:01, which is considered this morning, which is the launch. In that, you had a link to a higher resolution poem. The poem was really fuzzy to a few people, meaning it was in a different language, but there is a higher resolution available on AGK's website. We asked, go ahead, Mike.
No, I was just going to say I'm showing the PDF that I downloaded or showing the book PDF, and that's okay.
Yeah, the high resolution poem.
Yeah, it's okay. All right. You sure? Toby's not going to kill you. All right. Hey, there's
This
Chris.
is how I understand it.
That's what your face is going to be if you don't buy one of the Chaseopolies when you had the chance. And that's going to be your face when you do buy the Chaseopoly when you had okay. See how we do it? Okay. All right. So this is something you can download after you purchase the book. It tells you in the book how you download this. This is the awesome illustration. And this is, in fact, I don't think this has been shared anywhere ever yet. I don't even think Toby and Shelley shared it yet. So this is the cool gypsy. And I've read about the first 2 chapters. This, everybody, is the poem. This is AGK's poem that will
Would you like to read it?
Le Grand Prélude.
I'm kidding,
It's in
Mike.
French, everybody. Sneaky, dirty, rotten Toby and Shelley put their treasure hunt poem in French. And you know what it says? Put each word in Google Translate and figure it out. That's what it says.
Well,
So
that's almost as
the first
bad
step
as
to find their treasure hunt.
that's almost as bad as somebody putting 10 links and 9 of them being dead.
And there it is, everybody. That is, in fact, their treasure hunt is hidden along this route right here from, how do you say Albuquerque? How do you say that in New Mexico?
Albuquerque.
No. Albuquerque. K-U-I-U.
Albuquerque.
I don't know. I have no idea how to pronounce that. From there to Santa Fe to Klein's Corners. No, it is all the way to New Orleans. It's hidden somewhere along this route. Is anybody who knows? And then this is the poem. Breaking news. So there it is. You just have to get it translated. I don't know if anybody has yet. Has anybody translated it from French?
I know of 2 people that say they have the translation. I gave it to a French professor. She emailed me back. I haven't had time to look at it. I hope it's an email back of, oh, that's easy. Here you go. I hope there's no questions. I haven't looked at it yet, but so I think I have it, but I don't know yet. Mike gave me the look today. I don't get the look very often for Mike. He's pretty easygoing. He gave me the look. He said, I need the poem. And we just haven't had time. We literally have been going minute to minute to minute.
Not important.
I need a minute.
LOL, Google Translate would not work it would work pretty horribly to translate that. I think you might need a native speaker. Yes. If anybody out there knows French, and not just I took a French class in high school and I know oui, parlez-vous, poo-poo. No, I mean an actual French speaker. Let me know, because then I want this translated ASAP, but I don't know how to do that yet. One of K-Pro's translators one of French professors will do it. We just don't know when we'll get it back. So, yeah, that is interesting. It's interesting that the treasure map, in essence, the poem is the treasure map, is in a different language. I don't know if anybody's done that before. When the book is in America in English, but he did that in French. Little twist there, little AGK twist. And if you don't know, now you know that Toby, and I hope Shelley as well, will be on the program this Thursday. Coffee with Kyle, because K-Pro is going to be going to Yellowstone. So it's going to be coffee with Cowlazars and Toby Eunice and Shelley Carney, I hope. So they're going to be on. You guys can ask them all the questions. I'm going to call them out for doing such a dirty, rotten, sneaky thing. I got the ebook at midnight. I opened it up. I go right to the ends. I'm looking for the poem. And I said, what the hell is this? So I still don't have it translated. I've had it for almost 24 hours now. Okay. Joshua Pritchett, his trailer, 6treasuresfilm.com. Right, Joshua? Actually, I'll look it up. I'm going to put this in this website in the chat, everybody. And it is going to be a new treasure hunt. I don't think it's quite done yet, but if only I could find it. Oh, there it is. But let's see if we can find it here. Let's do this. It's on Facebook. No, you can't see the poem no more. It's on Facebook. It is 6 Treasures Film, everybody. So check it out. This is pretty awesome. When they get this thing together and rocking and rolling, it's going to be pretty cool. There's a hidden treasure worth $10,000. To find it, you'll follow the clues. We've hidden them within each episode. So 6 Treasures Film. Boom, 6treasuresfilm.com. Everybody go check that out and see what the upcoming treasure hunt is going to be. Yet another ride under construction. Me and K-Pro actually had to buy more real estate. We had to go out and acquire more acres of land for all these rides to be built on. It's crazy.
It's huge.
Crazy. So yeah, let's put that.
It's like Disneyland. There's an entire new section of the park. Yeah.
It's not Epcot. It's treasure hunt. Off top
yeah, and Holy says, I'm puzzle drunk. Somebody said to me, you know who you are because you're in the chat. Like, here's a new one, but this might just break the community. There's so many out there. But here's the thing. There's certain parts of the park that I would go to with littler kids. I don't go there anymore. There's certain parts of the park that I would go to. So you get to kind of know that over time. Hey, Mike, for not important, because not important is important. Please have Mike say, no soup for you, like you say good day.
Oh, the soup Nazi. All right. And I vaguely remember that on Seinfeld, but it's something like, no soup for you, right? Something like that.
No soup for you.
Good day, sir. No soup for you.
No soup for you. I like that. Like you had to walk up and go like that. That's actually a series I used to watch. You walk up and if you like look wrong or no soup for you. So there you go. Not important. I'd love you to email me because I have a question for you. Not important. So kpro3@aol.com or message me if you're a Facebook person. Okay. So that was AGK. So I do want you guys to know, if you are especially on Facebook, know that there's a little bit of smash talking, trash talking, getting a little wild, getting a little crazy. It's okay. It's going to get a little wild and crazy on the AGK hunt. This is like for bragging rights. So yeah, I told somebody I was boots on the ground. I'm about 10 minutes out. They showed me a picture of the treasure chest. They're like, I already got the proxy item. I'm like, we are having a blast. And so just know that it's all trash talk at this point. So there you have it. There it is. But we're going to be doing Zooms. Our Zoom tonight is Vegas Die. Yeah, tonight's Vegas Die. Thursday is going to be AGK. We're kicking off. We're making this happen. I live in Texas, going to treasure hunt AGK. Stephen Merlonit. Yeah, Stephen. I don't live there. I have family there. I have friends there. Yeah. Oh yeah, and Chasing Indy saw the email. What I said was, he has given some items to us to be able to give out to the community as a thank you for some of the things that we're doing, promoting. And I said, but what if I have the proxy item in my hand by tomorrow? Do you still want us to give it out? And I did happen to hit reply all rather than just reply. So there you go. There you have it. Rides are scary, no control. Laddie Addy, that's not true. There is a safety. Actually, there's this great thing called just don't ride if you don't like them. Because we do it a little different here. We're not going to complain about the ones that we don't. There's some things that have happened in a couple of the hunts, like the Michigan hunt. The last one was solved in 34 minutes. Probably not one we're going to continue to buy into because we're from a distance. So we're having to do some things with our team members. So it's not going to be one that I that we're going to participate in again. It doesn't make it bad. It just doesn't fit us as well. We have moved on from, let's see, do you love the teacups? It might be a teacup for you, but for me, I get dizzy and throw up. I don't like that. And so it's totally up to you whether. I love the amusement park analogy. Mike is so clever. He's so smart and so cute. I mean, how can
There's a
so
little ride tucked away in the quarter. You remember the old carnivals that used to have the oddities, the attractions, the bearded
Yes.
lady, the wolf boy, the, I don't know, fishtail, whatever. But there's one back there in the tent that you got to pay to get in, and it's called the Grand Adventure. You guys might want to check that out. It's pretty cool. It's a guy and a girl, and they're just, you pay to do something. I don't know. I lost the analogy for a minute, but it's
God.
$20 and you get right into the Grand Adventure. If you don't know what the Grand Adventure is, just email me, cowlazars@gmail.com.
Well, and here's the crazy part. Do you guys want to know today? As of today, 99 people have bought into the Grand. 99.
99 red
people.
balloons. Is that a hint? Is that a clue? You'll never know. 99 people.
No,
have
you
bought
won't
in.
never know. You'll know eventually because we're going to give out the entire solution to both of our riddle poem puzzles grand adventures, and it's rocking. I do have to say, from the mass hysteria of hints we gave out yesterday, we've gotten a resurgence of a lot of people submitting. In my case, they've submitted all wrong answers, but they're trying. They're re-engaged. They get it. Not relate. A few people don't quite understand what it means to not be related to Forrest Fenn, so they're still submitting some Forrest Fenn quotes and things. So rethink.
No
Get into the
comment on my puzzle. A no comment. Yeah, Nemo, the Michigan one was found within the hour after he released it. It was found before me and K-Pro got up. Okay. All right. So there's some cool things happening in Yellowstone. We got some cool people out there that watch that send us some things. Thank you to Tony Henman, to Roxanne, to Sam, Searcher Sam, and everybody else who sent stuff. Just send comic books anyway. Okay. Yeah, the AGK's Treasure Hunt is out on Kindle. Everybody who's ordered the book, I guess you're waiting for it to be shipped.
What if it was
Why
over
would you
before
order
they
both?
got it? What
What?
if it was over before
Oh,
they
that'd
got
be
it?
horrible. But why wouldn't you order both? Like, get the Kindle, so because it's searchable. When you have Kindle, you can search words, and then you buy the printed book. But that's
I
just-
totally agree, or totally disagree. I am a person, and I did a dissertation where I literally had 500 books that I had to read. I got all the books. I have to highlight. I have to put my notes in the corner. I love having a searchable for treasure hunts as well. I need a hard copy. Now, what I'm going to battle with you on, Mike, is
yeah.
I am being, or we are being given one of the numbered ones. Do we order additional one? Because I'm going to want to highlight and do all
Oh
those
yeah,
things.
you can't touch the numbered one. That's like a collectible item, collector's item. So yeah, we would probably have to order one. That's true. Or if you could use a Kindle. Well, I don't know if you know what, in the Kindle and Amazon Kindle Cloud Reader, I don't know if you can like highlight and do things like that. You might be able to.
Yes, you can, but it's not the same. I'm an old
Right.
fart. I know. I need the real thing. I literally had about 30 boxes of all of my dissertation books that I had highlighted. And then I finally donated them to a library, actually. Ooh, speaking of that, let's talk about Vegas Die.
Yeah. So we're gonna do a Zoom in like 30 minutes. I need to take a break, so it's gonna be like 30 minutes from when we go off the air. We're gonna do a quotation fingers private Zoom for the people who have bought the book from us. If you bought Vegas Die 1.0 or you've pre-ordered Vegas Die 2.0, then you're gonna get a Zoom invite for this Vegas Die private Zoom, and that's why I put the PayPal link in the chat, because anybody who sends $30, you've now pre-ordered the Vegas Die 2.0 book, which we should have this week, by the way, which I hope to get out before Labor Day weekend. I'm still waiting on Steven to let me know when, and then you can get in the Zoom as well. So yeah, that's it.
Well, but Cowlazars, I don't want to put my face on chat, and I'm really nervous. Do I have to put my face on chat if I come in?
Boom. That's all you do is you
Boom.
keep your video off. That's all
Yeah.
you have to do. And you can just listen, because me and K-Pro will be telling you every single thing we know about the new Vegas Die treasure hunt, which is going to be right here in Las Vegas, Nevada. There is an awesome pirate coin from a shipwreck from the 1600s, which has been hidden. If you find it, not only do you get to keep the pirate coin, you also get $2,500 plus a proceed of book sales. So it's going to be huge. It's going to be awesome.
Huge. Huge.
Did Hunt? Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
wait a minute. Nah, you're muted, K-Pro. You're muted. No,
Doesn't
no.
matter. Just look at Sam
Did
Searcher Sam.
Did Mike's Hunt get any more pity money? Is that what it is, Sam? Pity money?
No, see, you know what happened today? Someone bought in or last night to only mine. And what I said to Mike was, are you going to beg for money again? And are you going to have one of your little crony groupie people throw another 10 at you just because I'm now ahead and you're not? And he's like, no one thinks that. Thank you, Sam Searcher Sam. Thank you.
And then I said,
don't be a player hater.
that's right. Don't be a player hater. To answer your question, no, nobody else has donated.
Quotation fingers.
What happened? They got a nobody has donated to the cow hunt. So the current prize pool, we have breaking news.
Yeah, mine's bigger
Grand
than yours.
Adventure, breaking news. Look it up. I'm gonna look it up right now. This isn't even a Grand Adventure Zoom or stream, but I'm gonna break it up anyway. Look it up anyway. I mean,
it's okay. Size matters. Whose is bigger?
Never. No comment. K-Pro's Grand Adventure Hunt is currently at $1,170. There's going to be one winner. Whoever finds the phrase, K-Pro's puzzle leads you to a phrase. And whoever correctly sends that phrase to chaseopley@gmail.com will get $1,170. We currently have 99 players. You only get the puzzle if you buy in $20 to the PayPal account.
What are you at, Mike?
Cowlazars, Star Wars. Cowlazars puzzle is at $1,160. Because one person more has bought into K-Bros.
No.
1,000, well, you know, whatever. 1,160, which is still nothing to sneeze at. One person who solves my master puzzle will get the money. And, of course, both winners get the what? The Chaseopoly, the thrill of the chase. Don't forget that because it's important.
Don't forget it. No, but Mike, just to clarify, because I want to make sure to bring factual information to the people. There's only one hunter difference between your number of people that have bought in versus my number. One?
No, there's
I'll
look it up. I will tell you how many, because you guys got to know, apparently. Hang on.
Yeah, because people started throwing money at him because his was not as popular. It was more like pity money. I like that. I like how Sam Searcher Sam hashtag pity money.
Yes, Outcast Searcher. For the first Vegas Die Zoom, which is tonight. The rest of them will be open. It's only the one for tonight. We want to say thank you to the people that have ordered the book.
What are you talking about? It's not going to be open.
Oh, I thought the future ones would be, just like AGK's is going to be.
Meaning like live?
No, the private Zooms we do.
Got it.
Yeah, the private Zooms we do. This one is only going to be for the people who have purchased the book. But next Monday, we're planning on doing one every Monday, unless, things happen where we might not. But those will be open, okay?
Yeah.
K-Pro Grand Adventure has... Well, let me do mine first because it's easier because there's so few. Cowlazars Grand Adventure has 90 people working on it.
90. And like 3/4 of them gave up because of the seizure video.
And K-Pros has 97, but that's not important. That's not what
90 versus 97. Wow.
We were here to talk about Forrest Fenn's clip. We weren't here to talk about the Grand Adventure.
Oh, wow. 90 versus 97. Hey, guys.
We'll see which one gets solved first.
I need 3 more. If I hit triple digits and Mike doesn't, I'm going to be really happy. If you want to make me happy. Oh, there you go. Hey, haters. I'm okay. You know what? Like, what are you at, Mike?
$1,160.
No, 90, you said?
Yeah, I believe it's 90.
Oh, never mind. I was having fun. You're upset now. Let's move on.
I closed it. That's all. Hang on. I'm at 88. I'm at 90 players.
90.
You were at 97 players.
Okay,
and
so
Saturday of Labor Day, this Saturday is when we're going to give out the big clue. So it would be a perfect time for you guys to buy in.
Actually, it'd be perfect. I know I have at least 10 haters. 10 haters should buy into Mike's because the first one to hit 100, oh, that's going to be big. We should do something. If once one of us hits 100 people, that's a big number.
Well, if somebody buys into both right now, we both hit 100. Oh, wait, you mean each individually? Oh, I see what you're saying. All right, maybe. We're going to go live Wednesday and do a drawing for everybody. That'll be live. So, K-Pro, if we miss a preposition or something similar in the phrase, is it wrong or does every word have to be exact? That's a good question.
It's a good question, and Mr. Clue, let me answer that on our next drawing.
Which will be Wednesday around noonish Pacific.
Yeah, or next time that we give out hints, because I don't. Some people have been complaining that they have to, or one has, but he's an important one, Copper Dan. That he doesn't want this to be where you have to sift through an hour of time. So that one's an interesting one. I have 3 of Mike's figured out, but I have spent more time staring at K-Pro's puzzle. Cheap girl Jody. I like that. But mine's so straightforward. You turned red like a lobster. I did. That's true. Nothing. Me and Sam are having a little moment.
Think somebody just bought in for Vegas Die. Is that what happened? I think so. All right. So that person, you're in. I'll make sure you get your email address in for the Zoom. Again, just this one's going to be private. The ones we do in the future will be open for everybody. They just won't be broadcast anywhere. So on Vegas.
So I don't know if that's true. His phone number is in the first edition of TTOTC. No, I don't think so. I don't think I have all the versions up there.
I think Forrest did in fact put a phone number in the book. Whose it is or where it went to. Yeah, but I believe it was his email and his phone number. Yep.
Yeah.
Low key, my wife bought both entries because she said, I don't want to order it from him and hurt his feelings.
Oh, they have to order from you just to have mine. Mike, it is becoming so clear. I was right. I mean, just white flag. Yeah. Chasing Indy, what day are you heading to West? I have been, it's interesting. You were not told to keep quiet. I was told to keep quiet about that, which is very odd to me. I don't know why people tell me to keep quiet and then not you. My wife currently
is a hater because of your hunt. What does that mean, Mr. Clue? She hates what? Because
she hates your hunt.
Too much time on it? No. She said K-Pro, your hunt, not mine, your hunt. But does that mean because she's frustrated or because you're spending too much time on it? By the way, we should mention Mr. Clue has got a little YouTube channel. I hate to even mention it because of a
because we're going to get it. So everybody unsubscribe. There's nothing to see here. It's over.
And everybody who was in our Zoom, don't email me. I'm not going to tell you. All right, check it out, everybody. This is pretty awesome. Looks almost like a grand adventure, doesn't it? This is Mr. Clue's YouTube channel. It's called Mr. Clue on YouTube. Why there's only 282 subscribers, I don't know. That should be 20,000. Mr. Clue, since the Forrest Fenn treasure was found, has decided to do his own treasure hunts. He's given away like $18,000 worth of gold in Indiana.
Crazy.
He's given away some awesome old coins, pirate coins and other coins in Georgia. And now we have a little board game we call Catan. And this, somehow, some way, is a puzzle that tells you where he has hid 20 grams of gold. Not 20, 20 grams of gold. So it's nothing to sneeze at. This is the puzzle. I love it. Good job, Mr. Clue. And we'll see. I think we need a hint, though. I'm not sure when you're going to give a hint. If you're going to give any hints.
We're getting close. Okay,
Step 1 may have been figured out. Well, that's all I'll say.
Yes.
Put your microphone close, K-Pro.
Okay. Outcast Searcher I look at K-Pro's puzzle for a while, and all of a sudden I'm trying to decipher the numbers every damn time, even though K-Pro has said that it is not a cipher. Stop doing that, Outcast Searcher. People still send me questions about, but if you did it this way, it's not officially a plus in mine. It's like,
wouldn't it just be something if K-Pro's really was a cipher? Wouldn't that be crazy?
Oh my God, I wouldn't.
Wouldn't that be crazy? That would be, yeah, she'd never do that.
No, you know what, Chasing Indy? Nobody did tell you to be quiet. When I was told to be quiet and then I heard you say it on Zoom the other day, I messaged said person and said, why am I being told to be quiet? Did she betray you? Or she goes, damn, I didn't tell her to keep quiet. So,
Jake Guy Pioneer says the Mr. Clue gold is about $1,300. And as you guys know, gold is just going through the roof. So if I find it, I'm keeping the gold. I'm hanging on to it and let the price go up.
Tony Rusi. Sorry, Mike. Ciphers suck. K-Pro all the way.
No, well, that's fine. And we'll see who gets solved first. And we'll see when you know the solutions, who likes the solutions better.
Now, you know what is going to be fun, though? I already think that this is taking some tension off of our big hunt because Mike and I are coming together. This is going to be a marriage of the two coming together. A marriage, Mike, a marriage.
No, I guess I can't. So somebody asked, what about your bigger hunt? What are you going to have in it? There's like a sleeve of things I could show them, but I can't because we haven't decided yet. It's not finalized, so we're not going to go there yet, but it'll be pretty awesome.
Yeah. Fun.
So,
Yep.
anyway.
Okay.
Was it GTC, Matt, Cynthia? What? Who said to stay quiet? What you talking about?
I'll go offline with you, Indy. You're so fun. Yeah. Okay. So in general, just know we're still having fun. People are still having a blast on the Grand Adventures. I am not going to probably have a good enough internet connection to go live. And so I'm giving Mike my huge master, significant, massive hint. I'm sorry, clue before I leave.
And Mr. Clue says his wife gave up on mine. Don't give up. You'll see how easy they actually are.
That's how I feel. That's how I feel.
Except yours isn't. That's the difference. We'll see.
I'm sorry. I need to have a seizure on yours.
That was one video as a joke. I didn't realize people would actually, have issues. But just get. Here's a hint for puzzle one. Just go to the very end and it shows it. Then you don't have to.
No, but you've said that before, so it's.
Yeah, I know. All right. Nice, Carrie. Okay, I think that's it, everybody. Vegas Die Zoom coming up. Just give us like 20 minutes. You'll get an email. Everybody who's purchased the book and the person who just purchased it, I will get you in there as well. You'll get a link, and anybody who can join us, join us. No, we're not recording it. No, it's not going to be live. We're just going to talk about the upcoming Vegas Die treasure hunt, which I believe starts September 15th. So everybody should have their book by then. As soon as we get them, they will be in the mail to everybody who orders one. So. All right. I think that's it. Anything else?
Let's see. I made a list. We did the clip. We did AGK. We did Vegas Die. We did silly lawsuit updates. We did Yellowstone. We're done. And we said we weren't even going to go an hour tonight. Remember that, Mike?
Yeah, it seems to never happen, does it? We should just know it's going to be up to 2 hours every night. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate it. Thanks for visiting the Treasure Hunt Amusement Park. Have fun in Yellowstone, everybody. I wish I could go up there, but I'll be here holding down the fort, answering Grand Adventure emails left and right. Well, hopefully I don't. So if I answer
can't
one,
even
it
say
means
anything
it won.
back because that is my only sad. Do the sad horn.
All right, I'll be at the pool, everybody. Don't worry about it. You guys will be up in the 30-degree
but still,
weather.
that's I do have to say, this is terrible to say. I always have fun wherever I go because I meet great new people, but I kind of have found who I like, my ride or die. Like, I like hanging out with him. This is just like, I don't like to go play poker without Mike. I don't like to we like hanging out. So it'll be a little sad, but it'll be okay.
So buy a Chase Hopley when you see K-Pro. We got all this money we're giving away on the Grand Adventure. We put in $100 each. We had no idea it was going to go to over $1,000.
Well, I remember.
But really, it's the time. It's the hundreds of hours we have in this.
Well, the funny part was we said at the beginning, well, we want at least $200 in there. So let's just put up 100 so people know there's going to be some.
Over under was 25 participants. We're at 99. Somebody's going to be the 100th. I forget what else we're giving away, but we got a few more drawings to do. So good stuff.
Zillions of dollars. Yeah.
All right, everybody. Thank you. Sending Drizzly to Mike. I don't know what Drizzly is. What's Drizzly? Is that like chocolate? Drizzly? Coffee?
It must be alcohol because they want secrets.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, that's what she said. Tell us all the secrets.
Hold on. On-demand alcohol delivery.
Wow. Hey, if you send it, I'll do some shots. That's for sure. So.
Oh my gosh.
Wow, because you're going to be drinking in Yellowstone. Maybe I have my own little party by myself. Who was that? Clown? Puddles, a pity party, something from AGK. Anyway. All right, everybody. Thanks. We will be live Thursday night, 7 p.m. Pacific with Mr. Toby Eunice of AGK. Somebody who knows French, contact us with you. Would you? All right. Here, we're going to take it out with this because
and thank you for being fun, and thank you for being fun, and thank you for being fun. And I'm going to meet so many of you, and I'm really excited. I will not be here Thursday, friends. So keep my guy safe and sound while I'm gone. Not too safe and sound. A couple of you ladies.
Here we go.
It's open when it's light, it's open when it's dark. It's the Treasure Hunt Amusement Park. Masquerade and Forrest Fenn are closed, but there are plenty more rides than just those. There's Beacon Star and Treasure Man, Vegas Die and Oak Island. Give them a try and you'll be smiling. This place never closes, that's for certain. There's always a reason to keep searching. Boots on the ground, look, look, look. Your ticket to the ride is the book. The dream of the treasure is the hook. The dream of the treasure is the hook. Keep searching forever, start searching now. Grand adventures with K, Pro, and Cow. The secret, a gypsy's kiss, the whistle pig. Come watch our show, win a prize, little or big. This place never closes, that's for certain. There's always a reason to keep searching. Boots on the ground, look, look, look. Your ticket to the ride is the book. The dream of the treasure is the hook. The dream of the treasure is the hook.
And there it is. We'll see you Thursday. Good day, sir.
Night. Good day, sir.